welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about The Perfection. So this is a movie that just came out on Netflix probably a couple days ago as of when I'm uploading this, but if you have not heard about this film, don't worry, I actually hadn't heard about it until Emma from Spooky Astronauts actually talked about it on her channel. She mentioned it in her top horror for 2019, and then just recently did a review, so I'll link both of those videos down below. Definitely check those out if you haven't watched those. And so yeah, I on my own probably wouldn't have had much interest in watching this film. It wasn't until she talked about it that drew my interest into this. So if you haven't heard about it, I'll try to explain it the best I can. Basically, it focuses mainly on these two girls who are both celloists, I think that's the right term, and basically they both went to the same school for gifted children, and you have kind of our starter main character who is Charlotte, who when she was about 14 she had to leave the school due to her mother getting sick, and the movie focuses on her in her 20s, I guess, and her mother has passed away, and now she is kind of trying to get back into playing music and reconnects with the couple that run the school, and kind of has to come face to face with the girl that replaced her as the prodigy, basically. And this is definitely a weird film. I felt like, from what I kind of heard about it, I thought it was going to be a bit of a black swan for cello, but it was even weirder, if you can believe it, because Black Swan is quite the strange film. I definitely kind of have a bit of mixed feelings when it comes to this one. There were definitely some issues within this film. It definitely kind of jumps all over the place. You have kind of different plot lines and storylines going on. You have, it takes different directions. One of the things that Emma pointed out in her review of it was that the tone changes within this film a lot, and not necessarily in a great way, and I definitely had to agree with that. There were definitely points throughout this film where it feels almost like you're watching different types of movies, and not even just different types of horror films. It definitely feels at parts like a suspenseful psychological horror, like Black Swan, but then switches to kind of almost being a revenge horror. And then at the same time, there's a big plot section where it feels almost like you're watching a romantic film, and it just takes all these weird ways, and you really have kind of no clue where this film is going. But even with it being kind of off, I still actually really liked it, because it definitely kept you on edge. It kept me feeling where the fuck is this film going? What the fuck is this movie about? In kind of a great way that I really liked. And I wasn't really expecting to like this film, but I did. I really enjoyed it. I think that it kind of has to go all over the place, and there's definitely some parts that are a little bit kind of hard to get through without the whole story. If you plan to watch this and you get to the bus scene, for me, that scene, I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is getting weird and a little cheesy, but it all makes sense if you continue to watch it, so please definitely do. Don't stop watching the film if you get confused or weirded out by any parts. I will say there are some, trigger warnings for some stuff, which I want to, kind of address. Maybe a spoiler, so I don't know. For anybody who does kind of need a trigger warning, there is trigger warning for self-harm and for child abuse, and sickness and things like that, and torture, so do keep that in mind when you watch this film. This film also does have quite a lot of gore and grossness, which you guys know that I love, so that was another aspect that I really, really fucking enjoyed about this film, was just how kind of gross it was. And yeah, it's this movie really is. It just is all over the place, but really in just kind of a great way. And all in all, I really like the film. I think it'll be something that I'll probably watch again. I definitely think there's things that I'll probably pick up on again. There's definitely little things to you know, make sure you're watching out for, little details, especially when they do zoom in on certain things. Those moments are really important, and especially those weird moments. But if you like kind of a weird, psychological, messed up film, you should definitely check this one out. Like I said, it's on Netflix, so it's a Netflix original film, so it should be available in all countries. And one of the other things within this film that I wanted to talk about that I really enjoyed was the kind of dynamic between these characters, and the way you felt about the characters kind of changes throughout the film. At least it did for me. I definitely, you know, you kind of start out in the beginning of the film really feeling bad for one particular character, and then that completely switches and you end up feeling like horrible for another character, and then it kind of like goes back and forth, and you're like flooded with all of these different emotions of like who to feel worse for. And also just those two main actresses, they were so good in this. The actress that plays Charlotte, I believe I have seen her in other things. I'll put like a little list if there's anything that I recognize her in, or that you guys might recognize her in. I'm not sure about the actress that played Elizabeth, or Lizzie. I really liked her, of course, as well, but I'm not really sure if there's anything that I've seen her in, but I'll leave a little, you know, list for her as well. And yeah, they were really good. Their dynamic as characters was really good, and you do feel for these characters and everything that they're going through. And I think that it did a really good job of making you kind of like these characters. I definitely really liked them both. They're very different. And so then when they start going through shit, it makes you feel for them. So let me know if you've seen The Perfection yet and what you thought about it in the comments below. If you did enjoy this quick review, do give a big old thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more horror related content. If you are going to talk about anything in the comments, please do just put a bit of a spoiler warning at the top. I'm going to try to avoid spoilers because this is a fairly new film that I don't know if a lot of people would have heard about yet. But if you would like me to talk more about this film in detail, you can always hit me up on social media, or like I said, we can talk about stuff in the comments. Just again, leave a little spoiler alert. So I hope that you did enjoy this review. And before I go, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreons. Thank you guys so much for helping to contribute to the channel. It means the absolute world to me. If you want to know the perks to being a patron, links are in the description below, along with all of my other social media. I'll see you guys later with another video.